Your Honor, the nuance is that even if we use it and we are subjected to 9184, we may end up acquiring equipment, the least valuable equipment for the mission, which is not as variable, and then the MYOA will be lost.
So, coupled with that multi-year obligation of authority, you would need an amendment to the procurement law.
Yes, Your
As an
Honor.
exception.
Or an exception, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, it's good that
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, it's good that Congressman Lagman, the former chairman, mentioned that, because that's exactly what we did. Because what we're looking for really are big-ticket items, maybe more modern transport planes, like more C-130s, the more modern transport ships with combat capability, and of course for the Army, lots of trucks for mobility, even more helicopters. At least 100, in the opinion of this representation, the armed forces would need at least 100, not only to transport combat soldiers, but also to help in civilian requirements in case of disasters. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I hope that we can really come out with something out of this exercise. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Just an additional piece of information as given to us by the committee staff. In the 2008 General Appropriations Act, there was a special provision which provided for multi-year contracts. But this was vetoed by the President. So such a proposal was already given in the past. We do hope that this time around it will be given a favorable response.
Well, precisely that's why I said that what we need is a good financial engineering. And I know the President, present, and hopefully the future, is a good student of financial engineering. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Next in the list is the Honorable Puentevella, but since it's not around, the Honorable Ablan may have the floor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Secretary. I hope you will be still Secretary of National Defense until you file your certificate of candidacy. I'd like to thank you and the DND family for enlightening us here. We have learned a lot, and we've been able to educate ourselves with all the answers and the questions that were asked. I would like to refer to the question made by Congressman Jafar when he was talking about the southernmost border of the archipelago. He was talking about people bringing in, people going out. I'd like to mention there is also a problem in the northern part of the Philippines, Batanes. May I know if the Philippine Navy will increase the number of ships going in and out or patrolling the Batanes area, Mr. Secretary?
Your Honor, our budget for this year will only support our current operations, not increase the frequency of steaming hours, steaming miles that we have.
I mentioned this, Mr. Secretary, because last August 16, and I went back some more, Kaohsiung is only about several hours, 2 or 3 hours, on a fast boat to Batanes. And there are lots of speedboats going over there in the guise of fishing expeditions. But besides that, there are many people who are bringing in illegal goods, arms, and most especially narcotics. And from there are no checkpoints except if they land. But I do know that many Chinese, Japanese are landing on the shores. And because there is no presence of CIQ, they can just roam around. On August 16 this year, a Japanese registered airplane landed in Batanes. I don't know if they went first to Itbayat or in Basco. I say this, Mr. Secretary, because most of these airplanes, local airplanes, no, foreign airplanes, they first go to Itbayat, then they go to Basco. It's just a domestic flight. On August 16, a Japanese plane, which was sold to somebody in the Philippines, got a permit from the CAB or from the ATO. They landed in Basco without any CIQ. Probably they first went to Itbayat. There was no CIQ clearance control in Batanes, so they went to Lawag. The pilot, a Japanese, has been coming in many times. When they landed in Lawag, strangely, the pilot did not go down. He slept all night in his airplane. Then, from Lawag, it went to Clark, taking it as a domestic flight. He did not land in the international airport. He landed in the private airport. I'm mentioning this because we really need CIQ, which is not in your control. But if a military personnel under the DND would be present, probably we can make some investigation. Now, Mr. Secretary, as I said, Kaohsiung to Batanes is very near. A lot of Japanese fishermen and Taiwanese fishermen are going there. We do not know if they're bringing drugs. We do not know if they're bringing arms. And we do not know if they're bringing or smuggling criminals to our country. Now, Mr. Secretary, I do know that a lot of things are happening in Batanes. I would appreciate it very much if there is an army station in Batanes to just check. And if the Navy can do more patrols or probably leave one each time the boat passes by, probably that can deter the entrance of illegal aliens to our country. It's not your scope of authority, but I'm just mentioning this because you have the Air Force, the Army, and the Navy. And that's why I'm requesting the Admiral here, if it would be possible, at least